Hey guys, what's up? It's me, LD, Ladaro Hagans. I'm making this video to talk about my relationship with the Reverend Jesse Jackson. I met Jesse Jackson in 1991 in Jackson, Mississippi. He was doing a voter registration drive on my campus, Jackson State University, where I was a freshman. Because of my relationship with the Student Government Association president, and my friends, they asked us if we would put up the flyers and promote the fact that Reverend Jackson was coming to campus, which we obviously gratefully had done. In my capacity as a student in mass communications, I was also a DJ at the radio station 88.5 WJSU FM. And I also did the news. So on the day that Reverend Jackson came to campus to do his big speech, I was also setting up the microphones for the media. At such time, Reverend Jackson saw me and he walked to the front of the stage and reached down and shook my hand, and I reached up and he crushed my fingers, crushed me. I almost, his big old hands crushed my hand. And that photo was captured, and that was the first time ever that I was on the front page of the newspapers. That was, I believe it was the Jacksonian in Jackson, Mississippi. And it was because of me and Reverend Jackson. And I told him who I was. I told him I was from Boston, Massachusetts. And Reverend Jackson said, "You from Boston?" He said, "You have great advocates for what we do." He said, "You have Senator John Kerry and you have Senator Ted Kennedy." He said, "Go back to Boston and help them." That's exactly what I did. I did as much as I could for the Kennedy family, going all the way up to Joe, running for Senate. And obviously, JK all the way. I went to New Hampshire primaries where we did incredible things for the Democratic nomination there. Then Reverend Jackson had come up to Boston because I believe it was around 1996 or 98. There was a Senate race, and I believe former Governor Bill Weld, who's a GOP, was running to unseat John Kerry. And Reverend Jackson had come to town to endorse. I just happened to be working as a intern at the former WILD radio, the black-owned radio station, and Reverend Jackson had come and went on the air to discuss what was going on. And when I saw him, we embraced again, and it was just magnificent to see what he had become. And I'm so young, I don't remember the old Jesse Jackson that was out there early, but the fact that he gave me a commission, I obeyed his commission, and here I am today. That's why I seem to have, be kind of jaded towards the DNC, because they're not honoring people who were there, or they have not yet honored people who were there, who were at the grassroots level, who may not have had a great name, but some of us had a commission, and we delivered on that for the Democratic Party. I was there. You know what I'm saying? And when Deval Patrick ran for governor, I was there early in the game because I had already met Deval and Michelle and Barack back in 1993, 94-ish. So I knew what the Democrats were doing. I had a great commission to help Massachusetts progress, move forward in a sense. So with that Deval Patrick campaign, we had the blue and white "Yes We Can" signs, "Together We Can," all of that. That transformed into Barack Obama's initial campaign for presidency. Same David Axelrod, same David Plouffe, all the same team. We were all the same people, and we got Obama into the White House. This is connected. This, like Deval Patrick used to say, this didn't happen by osmosis. There were people who were really in the trenches working hard. So that's my little spew. Thank you, Reverend Jackson. You're one of the ancestors now. It doesn't matter what the people say. Your track record speaks for itself. And just anybody who sees this video, be inspired. If somebody who has a big name asks you to do something, look at what things could be like. What would it be like if you do this, and what would the turnout be? And I think that our nation is better for the candidates that I've gotten behind, from Deval Patrick, Barack Obama, Elizabeth Warren, even Boston's current mayor, Michelle Wu. All of these Chicago people. Why was Ladaro helping all the Chicago people? Because Reverend Jackson So knowing that Elizabeth Warren and them have some roots near Chicago, and even Ayanna Presley's roots near Chicago, and Michelle Wu roots near Chicago, Deval Patrick and his wife roots near Chicago, I did my part. And so if it seems like I'm jaded, I'm not. I shouldn't have to run for office to be financed or to be backed some way with money. I'm an artist. I do music. I sing. So that's where my heart is. I shouldn't have to go into politics for political people to return to me what I've given to them, to be reinvested in. And I paid it forward, and God and all the angels saw me. So I just wanted to leave this message. Thank you, Reverend Jesse Jackson, for what you did. You changed my life in a different way, and the world is better for it. Thank you.